What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another match reaction. This time for the Atalanta game, 3-3. But before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification as always. What I'm gonna say. So first of all, I'm gonna talk about the game stuff as of we are assuming those 15 points deduction is not going to stand. Now it's standing now, but let's say we appeal and it goes away just like that. So I'm going to look at the game on that angle. This feels like a defeat. It's a pointless result. Like, it's not going to help us in any way, shape, or form. And we only have ourselves to blame. That's as simple as that. Like, you can look at the referee and all those things, but we only have ourselves to blame for not winning today. In a game we needed to win, but we just didn't, because of ourselves. That's all. Not because Atalanta were great, but we made so many mistakes and critical moments that cost us the 3 points. It's as simple as that. It starts off with a howler from Chesney, I don't know what he was doing there. Absolutely no idea. You go one down, and it took a few minutes before we got into it because it felt like everybody was kind of shook. And the first half was good. It was actually very good. Good goals, good combinations, good pressing. Like, not random pressing, like good pressing. We made it very difficult for Atalanta to play out from the back, and it was good. We deserved that. 2-1 up. Like, we deserved that. And you might say we deserved even more, but whatever. 2-1 up was a good first half. You come out in that second half, and the first thing you do is give the ball away. Danilo being, and he's the leader, or supposed to be the leader, talks about the game, says we need to show up, and the first thing you do coming out of the second half is panic and just give the ball away. 2-2, just like that. A few minutes later, Sandro sleeping, 3-2, just like that. In the second half, we were poor. Right? Let's be completely honest. We weren't good. It was all scrappy. We got that goal back. I think we didn't deserve to lose that game, but we needed to win that game. This is a pointless result for us. Like, it's really it feels like a defeat. In the second half, we were just not good. There was no pressing anymore. We struggled to build something up. When you take Di Maria off, you can see the decline, because we are playing without ideas, excuse me. And if you take him off, there's no idea whatsoever. So that's that. I thought subbing off Fagioli made no sense because he was playing well. Bringing Cuadrado was pointless because he is pointless. Like, he has no clue what to do on that pitch when he has possession. Like, it's painful to watch, and it has been painful for watch for almost 2 years now. But yeah, it feels like a defeat. It's not going to help us. Like, even if the points come back, if the points stay, the 15 points, it doesn't help us at all, because this is a game you need to win. And that's why when we were on that winning streak, not conceding goals, I was like, pump the brakes. I mean, it's great. I said it's great, but I said pump the brakes, because now we conceded more goals in 2 games compared to the previous 17 games. Why? Because in that stretch, we played not great teams. Like, if you want to say Inter were great, they weren't great in that moment in time. So you're probably not going to concede a lot of goals from them. Lazio, same. It's a roller coaster at that moment in time. But I give credit for those results. But we play 2 teams who go all out, and we concede 8 goals. Yeah. Excuse me. We concede 8 goals in not even 180 minutes, and 150 minutes or something. 8 goals compared to 7 in the previous 17. Now, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're not going to win, or you're not going to beat these teams if you do that. It's as simple as that. If you give rep goals like we did tonight, you're not going to win. And this set us back. You can say, oh, there was a hunger in that first half, a mentality and all those things. It's not going to help us. And we've seen many times that we show a reaction somehow, and then it tails off in the following games. This is very, very pointless. As a result, like it's just not gonna help us in any way, shape, or form. Um, I think this game also shows some of the deficiencies we have in terms of, we know, playing style, but also in quality of the players. I don't want to make it a show about this and that player, but maybe, excuse me for my voice because it's kind of gone again. But maybe, again, not saying I want those 15 points, but I think those 15 points are going to stand, and more things are coming our way because we're still being investigated for the wages, and the UEFA is doing their thing. We needed a rebuild anyway. Who knows? This might help because we have so many overpaid players in the squad. I will look at Rabiot, who since the World Cup hasn't playing well, has not played well, and I gave him credit, but I'll stick to my point of not giving him a deal. And probably now it's impossible, and who knows what will come down the line with punishments and all those things. But when I read things like keep Alexandro for a year, Danilo 26 because he speaks well, the standards for this club have been lowered so low that yes, maybe in this team it looks good, but being good in this team is it's not very hard. This shouldn't be the standard. The standard should be 2015. We need to go back to that. That should be the standard, And when players are up for contracts who are not good enough, let them walk. Don't waste money on them. I'll keep saying it. I don't really care. Like in this squad, I'm not like I don't like players like I liked them in the past. A lot of them, maybe a few, I do like. All the rest, I just don't have a connection with them because they do a good thing and the following week they mess up. I think that backline is horrible. I said it. Like, it's not good enough. When you defend with 11 players, it will look good. But when you get exposed, it's not good enough, because you have players playing out of position, like a Danilo, because he cannot play in his natural position. Like, he's not good enough anymore. Like, he's slow and all those things. So he goes center back. I think he does a decent job, but he gets exposed quite a lot, It is what it is. That's a fact, in my opinion. You have Alexandro, who's slow, who has no idea what positioning is. Again, got beaten on that. If Cuadrado is near that second post when a cross comes in, you're in big trouble. Going forward is always sideways, backwards. Like, I don't know. It's a pointless result. Like, it's not going to help us. That's all I can say now. And I don't know how to feel. Like, it's been a tough week. Like, there's no energy anymore. There's absolutely no energy. Because the season is a write-off. I said it after the Napoli game, like, this is it, top 4. Now, not even top 4. It's complete write-off. And what makes it worse is that on top of a write-off, we still need to watch this. Overall, you can say this is not our worst game of the season. I would agree with that, by the way. But the goals we concede and the way we end that game, it's just, it feels like a bad result. It is a bad result, excuse me. It feels like a defeat. It feels like we are going absolutely nowhere when we need to, go places. But a lot of these players cannot be part of it. It is what it is. I saw a lot of people going at Miretti, and he should have scored that, by the way. He should have scored that. Like, he was shocked that he had so much space, and he waited a moment, and ATALANTA, I don't know which player, came in and took it away a little bit, and, he fluffed the shot. But I've seen many people go at him, but then turn around and be like, oh, but Danilo scored. Okay, like, he made up for a mistake, but, like, he makes a lot of mistakes, and you cannot say no. And not just Danilo, even Rabiot, These are players on big wages who want more money, want to stay on the same wage if they renew. But we need to ask the questions. Is this going to help us forward? I personally don't agree. I just don't. Like, in general, I think we need a lot of things moved around. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a weird week. It's going to be a very weird end to the season because, they will appeal it, then the wages thing comes in, then the UEFA comes in. Who knows what's going to happen? At the end of the season, we might be be even deducting even more points, and there's no Europe because UEFA says no, and or transfer ban. We don't know, but for now, we are in complete shambles. Like you can feel it in and around the club. Like it's not good, you know. And on the pitch, it's all over the place. Like you play very well, you go to playing absolutely poor and gifting goals and being frustrated towards the end because of a foul instead of just playing on because there's still 4 minutes to play. I don't know. Like it is what it is, I guess. You know, this is the season we're going into. I assume. You know, this is what it's gonna be from now until the end of the season. But watching games or preparing for games or going into games is not exciting anymore. Like I'm not really looking forward to it. It's more like automatic. Oh, we play. I need to watch. That's it. But it's not like, oh, we play. Oh, let's see. It's a few more hours. Okay. It's just, oh, we start in about 15 minutes. That's how it is at this moment in time. It's not good. Like it's not looking good. All over the place. Like in the grand scheme of things, on and off the pitch, it's not looking good. But we will see, I guess. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this game. For me, it feels like a defeat because it's just not going to help us. I've saw good things. I've seen bad things today that I've seen all season. But we need to take it, I guess. Let me know in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and we will be back tomorrow. Ciao, guys.